Expect more, save more. Find it at Firkins.
Inside Tennis with the Cause is brought to you by Firkins Automotive. Find it at Firkins.
Hi, tennis fans. The Cause here with another half hour inside the world of tennis. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Firkins has done it again. We're the #1 certified Dodge Jeep Ram Chrysler dealership in the state of Florida. When it comes to the biggest, best selection of clean, fresh, factory certified vehicles at great prices, Firkins Pre-Owned will not be beat. Expect more, save more. Find it at Firkins. Expect more, save more at Firkins Mitsubishi. New Eclipse Cross $2,500 rebate or lease for $249 a month. Or get 0 APR plus $500 bonus cash on Eclipse Cross, Outlander, or Outlander Sports. Expect more, save more. Find it at Firkins.
Hey, I'm Sasha Zverev, and you're Inside Tennis with the Cause.
Hi, tennis fans. The Cause here. Terrific as always to be with you. Great to be back on the Suncoast covering a number of tennis events. It was very enjoyable to catch up with a number of friends competing at the Ken Wagstaff Memorial USTA National Men's 50 and Over Clay Court Championships. Cool to participate in the action at the Longwood Run Athletic Club Goblin Cup with Travis Eckert. Accolades to longtime friend Bob Sapay and his son Ben for their performance at the National Father and Son Grass Court Championships at the Longwood Cricket Club in Boston. And congratulations again to Ben Sapay, teaming up with Jack Anthorpe to win the USTA Florida Bobby Curtis State Doubles Championship in the boys 16s. Happy to see Sunshine State resident and United States Fed Cup captain friend Kathy Rinaldi being appointed to the USTA head of U.S. women's tennis. Last week, the All England Tennis Club announced that Wimbledon will introduce tiebreakers in the final set of all events for the first time next year, but only once. The score in the deciding sets reaches 12-all. Big John Isner will forever hold that 70-68 games in the final set. So what's on the show today? Well, we have another great one for you. We will take you to the action of the annual Ken Wagstaff Memorial USTA National Men's 50 and Over Clay Court Championship. We will visit with USPTA National President Gary Trost, discussing the 2018 USPTA World Conference in conjunction with the USTA Tennis Teachers Conference. We will share the Tennis Industry Association Hall of Fame induction of Jimmy Frommeth and Vic Braden. And we will partake of some Manhattan merriment at the Fila Media Party. So let's get it launched with the Ken Wagstaff Memorial USTA 50 and Over Clay Court Championships.
This particular event is so good to have here because there's so many players in Sarasota that are over 50, and we get a chance for this.
Not you.
No, well, yeah, I've got some fake ID that says I'm not. There are so many players enjoying this because you get a chance to see what tennis over 50 can look like. And these players come in from all over the country, and they've been doing this for decades here at the Bath and Racquet Club. Ken Wagstaff, rest in peace, began this decades ago. And every year we get to see another crop of players who cross the 50 threshold come in and play. And because they play with such finesse, they don't overhit the ball. They've got some nice drop shots. They play with an economy of movement, efficiency, and it's something that we can all watch and take note of.
Running the tournament as the director for a number of decades, Penny Wagstaff, what's this always going to mean to you?
Well, I happen to love this age group. They're awful nice guys. They play a nice game of tennis, and they don't they don't have these fits like some of the open players do. Anyway, it's just been a good experience for me, and I just enjoy meeting all these 50-year-olds that are good.
I think she has something there. 50 is cool. Sunday afternoon, boy, this is not Sunday afternoon tennis. This is blood and guts out there. Down a set, and all of a sudden, what did you find?
We're going to persevere. We're just going to try to play balls down and try to keep the errors to a minimum. That was what we kept telling ourselves. Stay close and see what can happen.
Kansas and Texas, they work, they go together. What's the chemistry like, Scott?
Yes, we've played a couple times together, so it's worked out pretty good in the past. So this is the best we've done, so this went well.
Not always easy to put into words, but what's senior tennis mean to the two of you? We'll start with you, Willie.
For me, it's just a great escape, and I love coming out and competing, and then meeting up with guys in your own age group. It's all like there's a lot of commonality between where everybody went to college, or just a lot of camaraderie.
Best way to stay young?
Yes, very good. Good exercise, good athletics. It's just good to play tennis. Good competition.
Or in another gold ball, what's the collection growing like these days?
I really don't know the exact number, but it's a little bit, probably over 30.
Too many to fill one pocket, I know that. Sarasota likes you. You like Sarasota. What do you like about this place?
Oh my God, I really, really enjoy this place. The people, first of all, the people. It makes a big difference. I'm from California, and unfortunately, I don't get this kind of
They know their tennis here, don't they?
They know their tennis. They know the crowd is very warm. People are warm. It's really fun coming here. The beaches are nice. The women are, everything is nice.
You have one of the most intriguing and interesting careers on tour. You didn't pick up a racket until you were 15. I'm not going to ask what you were doing until you were 15, but 15 you pick it up. Age 20, you're on the pro tour competing. Yeah. Let's go fast forward from age 15 to 20. What was happening?
I just fell in love with the game. I had no support, no coach, so just kind of picked it up. I finished the Army, and then I just said, okay, this is what I want to do. Right away I fell in love with it. Started to compete, and it took me about 10 years to learn how to play at a high level, and I did okay. Didn't make the big time, but did okay.
Well, you make the big time every time you come to play an event. I am familiar with the Israel Tennis Center. How familiar are you? Were you part of the program, or did you do it on your own?
I kind of did it on my own. When I was 17, I moved there, but I didn't have a coach. I just kind of practiced with the people there because from 17, I basically started to play tournaments, and within 6 months, I was number 3 in Israel. So they just allowed me to practice there,
Oh, and you handled some heat out here today. How tough was it? How tough is it to come here in the middle of October and be fighting these temps?
Well, I found it very tough, as witnessed by me retiring. But I was surprised because Houston, I thought, was very humid and hot, and I've been training in it, but I found this unusually tough and very hard to play in.
Well, it's a week of grinding. Regardless of whom you're playing, you're out there in the heat, you're grinding. You've had a chance to represent your country, Ireland, at the highest level of competition, the Olympics twice, Davis Cup on a regular basis. What did that personally mean to you? What did it mean to your family members?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was a dream come true for both of those, particularly the Olympics. We had to qualify. I played doubles in Seoul and Barcelona. I had to qualify in Seoul, but I was directly in the main draw in Barcelona. It was a fantastic experience.
Not bad going back with a little bronze. What's a boy from Oklahoma find here in Sarasota, Florida?
I love the weather. I love the people. Everybody's really nice. My mother lives here. My sister lives here. My niece and nephew went to school at St. Stephen's, and my brother-in-law has businesses here. Mosquito Mist.
Roots galore. I can hear that. What does a senior player find in tennis that you weren't finding as a kid?
I think it's the joy of the game. It takes a lot more preparation with your body. And it's just the competition, and you feel like a kid again, basically, because you put your time in, you stretch, you work out, you eat right, and and you try to get one of these, and it means a lot to you for sure.
Well, Michael, another great national event here at Bath and Racket. What's it mean to Bath and Racket? What's it mean to the members? What's it mean to the greater Sarasota Bradenton community to host this national event again?
Oh, it's just amazing. We're so excited. We've had it for so many years now. It's such a legacy with Mr. Ken Wagstaff, who had the tournament started here. He and his wife ran it for many years. This is their first tournament not running it. So to pick up from there with my co-tournament director, Allie Cook, and run it from there with our referees that we actually borrow from the U.S. Open in New York. It's a really special event for Sarasota. Every single October, everyone knows it's coming around again. There's a buzz in the city. The members know that the tournament's coming, and we know that we're really getting some of the top 15 over nationals players.
Barb, last year that cannot be a tournament in town unless you're involved with it in some capacity. Here we are, USTA National 50 and over clay courts. You were here as a kid watching. Take us back to some of those early days with Ken Wagstaff and Penny running the tournament. You remember?
Of course. Unbelievable. The consistency that's been here at Bath and Racket for, I don't know, how many years have we done this?
Decades.
Decades. And it's still here, and it gets better every year. We have some great locals in the finals of the doubles going on right now. Dean Dancer and Eric Luxembourg. Everybody knows Eric.
Good boys, good boys.
Good boys, and they're right now up a set, and we're so excited for them.
Well, I didn't know she could do such great play-by-play. You're ready to go, girl. All right. What does tennis on a promotional basis mean to you? I know what it means as a player. You're very passionate about competing, but you're also very passionate and available to help out any event in town. What's that mean to you, Barb?
It means everything to me. I can use tennis as a platform to raise money for children. Primarily, I do it just for kids that are in need here in the community. I used to do the Make-A-Wish Foundation for many, many years. And then I helped start Brandy's Wish, and that one is flying really well. And of course now for the last 6 years since we lost our great friend Joey Groton, we have the Joey Groton tournament, and that is and the tennis ball, and that's all to fund special programs at the Boys and Girls Club for over 7,000 children.
Sunday afternoon, tennis day for you. Eleni, every day is a tennis day for you and your family, who seem to have a real interest in helping grow this game from, let's start up high, Miami Open, yes, down to Sarasota with the USTA National 50 clay courts. What's it mean to help tennis make its move?
Well, we love to support local tennis. We do support the Miami Open, but I believe that the heart and soul of tennis is really in the community. And Bath and Racket is just such a wonderful place for families and children to come and learn tennis and be very passionate about the sport.
How much pride is there in this tournament? I know how proud you and your family are, but the players, the members, the community itself.
You can see that these people have given up their time, to train and practice and participate here. You can see the passion from the participation, from spectators and the players. People love tennis.
Adventure comes standard during Jeep Adventure Days at Firkins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. New 2019 Compass, $199 a month. Or your choice, new Grand Cherokee or Wrangler Sport, just $299 a month. Expect more, save more. Find it at Firkins.
Well, a fun time for the USPTA professionals in the big city, working with the USTA Tennis Teachers Conference. The agenda was full of very, very topical items. Pick out 2 or 3 outstanding seminars.
Oh, wow. The high performance from the Kovacs. The Kovacs in the industry, I know they went out to, we bussed everybody out to Randall Island. We had 2 courts going at the same time. It was just chock. The ballrooms were full. I know it just didn't stop. The awards banquet, I know putting Kathy Woods and Jimmy Everett, having Chrissy except for Jimmy Everett, in our Hall of Fame, but putting Kathy Woods, complete rock star, our First Lady President, and now running the National Tennis Center down there in Lake Nona, really capped off what a great week.
I'm so happy that you touched on the award ceremony and some of the contributions. Jimmy Everett, Chris Everett was receiving the award, and she was very touched. She opened up her feelings, shared it with everybody in the room, what it was like being a proud daughter of Jimmy Everett.
Yes, she was very touched. In fact, she said she didn't cry at the funeral, but she was very emotional right before she came up.
After school, maybe 2 hours. And my dad always said that the reason he started all the kids in our family playing tennis was he wanted to keep the family together.
But so many others, the Star Award, the USPTA Lessons for Life, USPTA Alex Gordon Pro of the Year, the Touring Coach of the Year, the High School Coach of the Year, the College Coach of the Year, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's highlight 1 or 2 of those outstanding contributors to our game, Gary.
Well, Ron Woods from Texas has been a mentor of mine, and so he was the Alex Gordon Pro of the Year, Lifetime Achievement Award. I know that Mark Faber, with all of his work with the high schools, and he was our Professional of the Year. Both great, deserving people, and there's too many to go on. I know they'll be in our next magazine, but these are wonderful, wonderful people who deserve everything that they get. So look for them in our next magazine, and hopefully everybody puts in for these awards next year, and because you're out there, the USPTA awards, and you deserve them, so it's great.
Great, as always, catching up with this guy, National USPTA President. Thank you, Gary.
See you in Vegas.
Firkins family, you've been with them from day one. They've been promoting tennis from day one. Nick Bollettieri.
Well, I think they help with a lot of local events.
The power to amaze during Ram Power Days at Firkins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Drive a new 2019 Ram Bighorn with a Hemi, now just $299 a month. Or save up to $14,000. Expect more, save more. Find it at Firkins.
Tennis fans, thanks for staying with us. Hope that you enjoy the remainder of the show with the Tennis Industry Association Hall of Fame induction and the FILA Media Party. Only Vic Braden made us happy, made us proud, made you proud every time he went out there and did anything in the game of tennis. This morning, how proud of a moment is this for you?
Well, I'm proud and I'm honored to accept this for Vic, because Vic was he was all about giving and sharing. So he would go out and get this very complicated education, and then he was able to take that and translate it into words that people could understand. And so that was all about Vic. He was all about giving and sharing, and he loved the sport, And I think tennis he's right. Tennis is the best sport, and the tennis community is the best people. So,
Absolutely. Nobody could ever bring more humor to the game than Vic Braden brought. How many times did he run that routine by you for approval? And honey, how does this sound to you? Shall I use it?
No, he never did that.
Oh, it surprised you as much as anybody?
He never did, because he would, for instance, he would go to a group and speak in front of a group like this, and I would say, Vic, well, you know what are you going to talk about? He said, I don't know. I won't know until I get up there. So, and that was Vic.
In the house, how much humor was that from the start of the day until the completion of the day?
Vic, let's see, how can I answer that? Vic was always in a good mood. There was, that's just who he was. And he was a joy to live with. He was a joy. It was a joy being his wife, and I truly, truly miss him.
The world misses him. Thanks for sharing some time with us. Congratulations to Vic.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you, Melanie.
And thank you very much.
Thank
I appreciate
you
it.
very much. Jimmy Frommeth, my goodness, you were the precursor to Amazon, and you know that.
No.
Well, the tennis world believes that you have had. You were honored today by the Tennis Industry Association for your impact, your contribution to the game. There's no doubt that you kept many of us in the retail business going with your arrangement. You didn't have to buy from anybody. You could buy from you and stock everything that any pro shop would need. The dream came true. How did you get it launched?
Very accidentally. No, to be honest with you, I was a college player, and back in the 70s, all of my friends had summer gigs at pro shops and things like that. So I would take their orders, and they'd all want 20 of this, 30 of that, 40 of that. But when it came time to pay,
throw in a couple of grips too. Why not?
When it came time to pay, none of them had any money. So it was very accidental. But my father said, no, we're not sending this here and that there. So we held the stock until they needed it. So it was extremely accidental. It was not intended in any way. But then the holding the stock and breaking bulk for them worked out well for my college tennis buddies, and then we expanded it from there. So it was like a lot of good inventions. It happened very mindlessly.
Well, it certainly did happen. No organization has informed and educated staff as the way you do. You can call the newest person on your staff, and she is knowledgeable from strings to shoes. How much pride have you taken through the decades that they can be of service, but also of help in making selections and choices?
We're very proud of our staff. They make us look good every day, and we're very, very fortunate. We have a good, Pat and I have
Pat Shields, good man there.
Good man, and we've tried our best to make a good work environment that people come, enjoy coming, work hard, and care about the business, care about the customers, and it shows the kind of job that they do.
No city in this country is too small to become a tennis leader. Reading, Pennsylvania, Jimmy Frommeth and Merv Heller, former president of the USTA. How much community pride is there in the contribution that is being made out of Reading, Pennsylvania?
We think the world of Merv Heller. He was a good man and did a lot for tennis, and we're happy to have you just mention our name with Merv. What a good man.
Once again, congratulations, Jimmy.
Expect more, save more. Find it at Firkins.
How much pride is there in you and in the organization to keep tasteful fashion in the sport?
We're very everybody at Fila, the history of the sport is such that, tennis is a big part of our sport. Today, tennis, unfortunately, it's not a big dollar earner for any company compared to their overall sales. So, companies, I don't say have to make a sacrifice, but, they have to spend money in tennis and they get the visibility. But I think the visibility they gain from tennis helps them in other areas as well.
It was family up here tonight. How cool is it to have these guys feel the way about Fila?
Yes, it's nice. I mean, they're very nice guys. I mean, Sam and John had board meetings with the ATP. That's why they couldn't come. But everybody. We try to look. We don't have the same numbers as some of the other companies, but we have sponsored players. But we look after them. Try to look after them as best we can.
Diego, there isn't a venue that you play where you're not the crowd favorite. How big is it to come here in New York and also be the crowd favorite?
I hope to do well and enjoy with the crowd. I think last year I did a great tournament here. Maybe the people last year enjoyed very much my matches. So I need to repeat. I need to do well inside the court, so the people maybe can enjoy my tennis.
Some people can smile when they're happy. Yeah. You smile all the time.
I'm happy all the time, yeah.
What's the secret, and do you have to work at that?
No, I work everything, I work everything, and I'm trying to be happy and enjoy every day. I mean, I'm doing what I like to do, so not many people can do that, so it's great to do, and I'm really happy, yeah.
Your trademark is shorter than the big guys.
Yeah.
If you could grow 6 inches, would you take it, or would you rather have the size you have right now forever?
It's difficult to choose, but it's difficult to play with the big ones. It's totally difficult because they have a big serve, but I have a big return, so I like to play with the big ones.
See you in the stadium.
Yeah, see you.
Thanks, Diego. Marin, you made my night the evening you won the U.S. Open. You granted me an interview. Will you book me this U.S. Open when you win? I'll be there Sunday.
Absolutely. If that happens, no problem at all. It would be my pleasure.
How does it feel to be playing as good of tennis now, and you're aging, everybody does, as you did when you won this a few years ago?
Well, I truly hope so. It's we are all evolving as obviously as people, as persons, and for tennis players, we also learn about ourselves. We get new experiences. I'm different now than I was 4 years ago, but hey, I have that great experience.
You're married too.
I'm married. I have that support from my wife. So now we are, we are a team playing at the US Open. So I'm just gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna give my best. Obviously, having also 2 good tournaments behind me now in Cincy and Toronto, and hopefully the stars are gonna align again.
All right, it's in my book, September 9th, Sunday evening.
Absolutely.
See you there, Mary.
Cheers.
Thanks
Cheers.
very much. Tennis fans, great to have you with us on Inside Tennis with the Cause. We love our sponsors, and you will too. Stop by and see them. Until then, remember, in tennis scoring, love means nothing, but love of the game means everything. Keep alive your love of the game. Love you, tennis fans, and we'll see you right here every Saturday, 12:30 on SNN.
Inside Tennis with the Cause has been brought to you by Firkins Automotive.
Expect more, save more. Find it at Firkins.